The $10 million deal with Doki Doki Motors is hitting a wall. Where's the prep doc you put together? Just like always, I need you to step in. Handle it ASAP.
I'm sorry, but I've been on a business trip to the US with Miss Wakayama since last week.
Huh?
My name is Keiichi Sato. I work in the sales department at Tokimeki Corp, a company focused on electronics and semiconductors, mainly producing EV batteries. Hello, this is Keiichi Sato speaking.
The $10 million deal with Doki Doki Motors is hitting a wall. Where's the prep doc you put together? Just like always, I need you to step in. Handle it ASAP.
I'm sorry, but I've been on a business trip to the US with Miss Wakayama since last week. Also, I'm pretty sure I handed that deal over to you and Yugo before I left. I made sure to leave behind all the handover materials just in case.
Huh? America? What kind of joke is this?
I'm pretty sure I told you I'd be here for about a month.
I never heard anything like that. I don't recall getting a detailed handover. No way. Was I so focused on that urgent case that I missed the internal memo?
Shinjiro, it's mean. I was the one who chose Keiichi for this. He knows our products inside and out, and he taught himself English. He was the perfect fit for this trip.
Keiichi? Why did he get sent overseas before me? The deal with Doki Doki Motors might fall through. Yugo, is there anything we can do?
Huh? I thought the last meeting went well. What happened?
I just got a call from them. They said they want to reconsider the contract.
What in the world happened?
I might have said something a bit too bold in the final meeting.
What did you say?
I told them that if they agreed to our terms, we could match the delivery timeline of our competitors. But it turns out that's not really feasible.
Wait, you said that without checking first? This deal was assigned to us.
Yeah, I got carried away. Normally, Keiichi prepares all the background materials for me to reference before I say anything. I never imagined he would be away for an entire month, especially not during such an important negotiation.
Keiichi's on a business trip to the US with our CEO right now, right? We're the ones who have to handle all of this.
It all came up so suddenly, I wasn't fully aware of the situation.
Wait. Before leaving, Keiichi did leave behind some handover materials. Maybe. Here it is. A folder labeled Doki Doki Motors Contingency Plan. He even took the time to prepare for this, huh?
Wow, he even included alternative plans in case the delivery schedule needed adjusting.
But it'll take time to understand all this and explain it to the client properly.
We're going to Doki Doki Motors right now. We'll use this material to convince them. If they cancel, we're the ones on the hook.
I got it. I'll use Keiichi's notes and offer every solution we can.
Yugo, I'm counting on you. If this flops, we're both done for.
Regarding what Shinjiro mentioned earlier, it's true that our standard delivery timeline might be tight. However, we've come up with a few solutions, like prioritizing a dedicated production line or setting up phased deliveries. What matters to us is whether you can handle unexpected situations. Based on the materials you've brought, is that really doable?
Absolutely. Our customers come first. We'll find a way to make it work.
We've had good experiences with Tokimeki Corp in the past. We're counting on you to deliver this time too.
You can count on us. I've led Tokimeki Corp's sales department for years. I've weathered more than my share of crises. Even the so-called unexpected scenarios your company's worried about, my experience lets me handle those with ease. Other firms might struggle, but with me on the case, there's no problem we can't solve.
As for the specifics of our countermeasures...
You're the man, Yugo. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
No, it's really thanks to Keiichi's detailed materials.
Still, I value your ability to respond more than Keiichi's. Well done.
I appreciate it. The materials helped, but so did solid negotiation.
Exactly. You're better suited for this than Keiichi. Critical deals require structured knowledge.
A broad perspective is definitely important. Keiichi knows a lot about specific areas, but...
Self-study has its limits. He's not like you, someone with real experience. That's why I haven't trusted him with major negotiations.
So that's how you saw things.
Keiichi's strength lies in preparing materials. Actual negotiation should be left to people like you.
Count on me. I'll prove myself through results.
I plan to rely on you even more going forward. Keep your confidence up.
Meanwhile, back in the US, we were doing a tour of the factory.
This new production line's running smoothly. Thanks to you, Keiichi, communication with the engineers has been seamless.
I appreciate it. It's great to know that my efforts in learning English on my own are finally paying off.
Hello, this is Yui Wakayama. Yes, from Days Motors. Sure, we'd be happy to meet you.
What's up?
Keiichi, this is your moment. Days Motors, one of the big American auto manufacturers, is showing interest in our products.
Days Motors?
Most of the folk here at the US factory are engineers. So when it comes to negotiations, Keiichi, would you be willing to handle it?
Me? Back in Japan, I was rarely trusted with that kind of responsibility. I'm worried I might cause problems because of my lack of experience.
Your product knowledge is more than enough. In fact, we need your expertise now more than ever.
Maybe this is my shot, a chance to see what I'm really made of. All right, I'll give it everything I've got. The next day, I had a meeting lined up with Days Motors. It was a big deal, and I couldn't help but feel a little nervous.
Keiichi, we're very impressed by your EV battery technology. Balancing durability and charging efficiency like that is truly remarkable.
Actually, our latest model has made even greater strides. Charging efficiency has improved by 25% compared to previous versions. And we achieved that without compromising durability.
25%? That's incredible. What kind of innovation made that possible?
It's thanks to our proprietary cooling system. It ensures stable performance even under high temperature conditions.
How much does that boost the driving range?
We're expecting about a 20% increase. On top of that, battery life has extended by 1,200 cycles to over 1,500.
That's outstanding! But what about the cost?
We've kept the rise in production costs to a minimum. In the long run, the extended battery life will help reduce total costs.
You've got quite the technical background. Where did you study engineering?
Actually, I didn't attend university. After high school, I started working right away to support my family. My father was ill. I used nights and weekends to teach myself everything I needed to know.
Impressive that you learned everything on your own.
Yes, I started with the basics, then gradually moved on to technical books and English language materials. Even when I didn't understand something, I'd keep going back until it finally clicked.
That kind of passion and perseverance, that's the real deal. Keiichi, we'd like to move forward with a deal. Your company's tech, your dedication, and your knowledge, they're all top-notch.
I appreciate it. We won't take this opportunity for granted. 1 month later.
Good work. Must have been tough adjusting to a foreign country, especially for you, Keiichi.
Yes, it was a great learning experience.
Well, overseas negotiations aren't easy. You should have just left it to someone else.
Not at all, Shinjiro. Keiichi just inked a deal with Days Motors, which is one of the largest car manufacturers in the US.
What?
They're investing $15 million into building a new dedicated factory. Our batteries will be used in their next-gen EVs.
That's amazing, Keiichi! Congratulations!
Compared to that, the $10 million deal with Doki Doki Motors is nothing, right, Shinjiro?
You're right.
And this isn't just a one-time thing. It's a long-term partnership that'll bring stable revenue over the next 5 years.
Keiichi did all that.
Tell me, Shinjiro, why did you keep someone as talented as Keiichi stuck doing paperwork all this time? You should have been using his abilities from the start.
Well, I just thought he lacked experience.
Experience? He landed a $15 million deal on his very first international negotiation. His prep work and knowledge were more than enough.
Shinjiro, thanks to Keiichi's materials, we managed to salvage the Doki Doki Motors deal. Without his prep, we would have been in serious trouble.
That's true.
From now on, I need you to judge people by their true abilities, not just their years on the job. Learn to recognize real talent.
Yes, ma'am. I hate to say it, but Keiichi has always had that kind of talent, and I can't deny it now.
Later on, a sales department meeting was held.
Keiichi, your success overseas is impressive, but I believe it means nothing if you can't close deals here in Japan, too.
I hope I can apply what I've learned abroad moving forward.
That's why I'm assigning you to negotiate with domestic EV manufacturers. You'll compete with Yugo. We'll see who can close more deals.
I understand.
If you really have what it takes, you should be able to outperform Yugo. If you can't make it in Japan, maybe your overseas success was just a fluke.
Interesting proposal. Keiichi, I believe you can handle domestic clients just as well. Tokimeki Core isn't just focusing on EVs. We're also planning to develop electric buses and e-bikes. We want to expand our outreach to a wider range of clients. I'm counting on both of you.
Okay, you got it.
We each began our sales efforts. Yugo actively visited prospect after prospect, while I stuck to my own pace.
Phew, having an office all the way up a hill is rough, but hey, this is my third company visit today. I've got to keep the numbers up. 2 more to go. Let's do this.
Meanwhile, I was carefully studying each prospect and creating tailored presentation materials. I wasn't making many visits, but I was spending a lot more time on each one. This manufacturer prioritizes durability, so I'll need to explain this test data in detail. Flawless prep builds trust. The next day, given the specifications of your products, our battery system is the optimal choice. In particular, please take a look at this durability test data.
This is the first time a company has provided us with such detailed data.
Yes, we ran multiple simulations. We always prioritize transparency. And I believe that's something you can count on.
That's reassuring.
That makes one contract secured, but Yugo's hit twice as many clients as Keiichi. At this rate, there's no way he can catch up.
However, the deals kept coming in steadily after that. A few months later.
Great work, everyone! I've compiled the sales results from the past 6 months. Keiichi, you were outstanding. You closed 1.5 times more deals than Yugo, and your total contract value was more than double.
Thank you very much.
Your strategy of thorough preparation really paid off. You averaged just 1.8 meetings per client before sealing the deal. The others averaged 4.3.
This proves Keiichi's true capabilities. I should have followed his example.
I had such high hopes for you, Yugo. How could this happen?
Shinjiro, it's fine to compare sales numbers, but it doesn't change the fact that Keiichi did an incredible job.
But still...
To be honest, I think the reason Keiichi hasn't shown impressive numbers in the past is probably because you hardly let him take charge of client meetings and kept assigning him support tasks.
That's not true.
Yugo's right. If you trusted Keiichi with more responsibility earlier, we might have landed even more major deals.
Hi, this is Shinjiro Tokito. Days Motors? Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Wait, what? I didn't know about that.
What is it?
Days Motors had a question about changes to our product specs.
That should have gone through me.
I'm sorry. I handled it myself without telling you, but I didn't fully understand the details.
You've got to be kidding me. Keiichi, please follow up right away.
Got it. This is Keiichi from Tokimeki Corp. I sincerely apologize for the confusion earlier.
Hey, Keiichi. We were told your system could handle temperature fluctuations, but when we inquired, we were told it'd be difficult.
I apologize. Could you tell me more about the situation?
When we mentioned that the cabin temperature in our next-gen EVs could range from -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, we were told your system wouldn't be able to handle that.
That's a misunderstanding. Our EV battery systems operate reliably within a temperature range of -24 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll find that information on page 17 of the document we shared the other day.
You're right. Then why were we told something different earlier?
There was a lapse in internal communication. This temperature adaptation was only confirmed in our final tests last month. May I send over the test results?
Yes, please do.
Also, in colder regions, integrating with the auxiliary heating system improves efficiency by 5%. That's from our most recent tests, and it can be tailored to your EV model.
Thanks for the detailed data. That puts my mind at ease. We were considering other companies, but your response sealed the deal. We'll go with your company.
Thank you very much. We'll do everything we can to exceed your expectations.
Keiichi, where did you get that data just now?
It's from the final test I witnessed during our US trip. I always keep it stored on my tablet, just in case.
That's so like you, Keiichi. Always impeccably prepared.
I can't believe you managed to improvise like that so quickly.
Shinjiro, this isn't just a minor issue. It's a serious business risk. You took it upon yourself to respond to Days Motors and gave them incorrect information. That put our $15 million contract at risk. If you're going to cause extra work for others, the least you can do is improve your own performance.
I didn't mean to.
Spare us the excuses. If it weren't for Keiichi, this could have become a full-blown credibility crisis for the company. It's not the first time either, from what I've heard. Keiichi's quietly covered for you on multiple occasions.
I'll admit it too. In the Doki Doki Motors deal, we couldn't have managed without Keiichi's materials. You jumped in with bold promises, totally unprepared.
That wasn't my intention.
Looking at your actions, it seems like you've been more concerned with protecting your own position than helping your team grow. You've buried Keiichi's talent just to take credit for his work. That's no way to lead a team.
But I have years of experience.
Shinjiro, experience is important, but times have changed. People like Keiichi who've taught themselves and worked tirelessly to build their knowledge deserve recognition. Judging people by outdated standards just doesn't cut it anymore.
From now on, you'll return to the field as a regular sales rep. We're relieving you of your department head position. That role should go to someone who can truly recognize talent like Keiichi's.
What? Are you going to demote me after everything I've accomplished?
This isn't a demotion. It's a return to your roots. I hope you'll take this chance to rediscover the importance of face-to-face client work.
I understand. Back to being a regular sales rep. I can't stand it.
Shortly after, Shinjiro submitted his resignation. Officially, he said he wanted to test himself in a new environment. Still, there are rumors that he's having a hard time at his new job, where his emphasis on educational status doesn't really fit in.
This is the third company I've tried, and I'm still not having any luck. Keiichi's preparation, his depth of knowledge, that was the real deal. The person I tried to hold back was the best asset we had.
A year later, Tokimeki Corp experienced a significant improvement in performance, thanks to the hard work of the sales team I now manage and our strengthened partnership with Days Motors.
Keiichi, we just got a call from Days Motors. They want to discuss a new project face to face.
Got it. I'll get everything ready right away.
This time in the US, how about we spice things up with a bit of fun?
What? Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.